Hey, this is Allison.
And this is Nina.
And this is Chaotic Good, your anything but neutral reality TV podcast.
And today we are recapping Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 6, Episode 12, First Amendment, Rights and Wrongs.
Yes, yeah, we are back in the womb of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. They had a very lawful good, lawful evil aligned episode.
Yes.
Is it by the law? Is it correct? Is it incorrect? Who's lying?
Who's lying? Who's telling the truth? Documentation. What's considered
friendship
documentation?
Amendments. Hear ye, hear
agreements. Yes, and hear ye, as someone might have pronounced it in this episode.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Oh, we'll get to it.
Okay, I can't wait. Well, before we get to the recap, and before I ask Nina's alignment, I just want to say at the top, if you are watching us on YouTube and you watch a little bit more and you're loving what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button. We work very hard on this podcast and we give it to you guys for free. So like the one show of support that you can give is these few little things. You could subscribe to us. If you listen to us on Spotify, you can follow us and give us 5 stars. If you listen to us on Apple Podcasts, you can give us 5 stars and actually write a review. And if we start getting reviews, we're going to read them on here and we're going to shout you out and it's going to be really fun. So I just wanted to shout that out so we can get ourselves out. I also wanted to give one other housekeeping item is I wanted to kind of share about our schedule a little bit because we don't just cover Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. No. Because when you're obsessed with reality TV like we are, we can't just cover one. No.
The universe is too big.
We are also recapping Survivor season 49, which is we're at like post-merge. Episode 10, episode 11, things are getting spicy.
Yes.
The final end game is there. We've been recapping it from episode 1 of season 49. So watch back if you have been watching that season. If not, join us now. We'll also be recapping season 50 in a couple months. And then also this week, we're going to start recapping Vanderpump Rules. The new cast, new season on Bravo. So I have a feeling if you're watching this Real Housewives of Salt Lake City recap, you're probably a Bravo head. And you're probably checking out that new season, new cast of Vanderpump Rules.
Even if you were a huge fan of the original Vanderpump Rules, like we are huge fans, especially those early seasons. You're checking in. You want to check it out. And I'm excited to spill our guts on this podcast about it and spill our thoughts on it. And we'll be excited to hear your thoughts. Do you agree with our takes? Do you not? I want to hear. I want to hear what people
leave a comment.
think.
Yes. So I just wanted to get that out of the way so you guys know everything that's on our docket, and I'll keep updating you as it goes. But to now really kick things off, Nina, how are you feeling aligned today?
Let's see. Today, let me think. I am feeling I'm feeling neutral good. We're back. I'm slowly getting back into the swing of things being like life back in Athens. And, like being back at work, being back in my space.
Not back at work.
Yeah, I know. But, well, I'm lucky. I'm lucky in the sense that there's nothing really going on at work. It's that funny thing where, so I work like at a university, and I feel like we all know like at this time of year, like nothing's really happening. I think it's like it's the end of the semester. People are turning in projects. I think like finals are coming up. Like the holidays are upon us. So it has slowed down a ton at work. So in a way, it's kind of honestly, it's been great because I can just like so slowly ease back into like,
I love
you know
that.
what I mean? Like there's not this like,
no one's breathing down your neck.
No. There's not like, oh my God, this project needs to get done and we need to do this. And like, oh, I didn't like leave, I didn't leave something like unfinished to get back and like, oh no, now we gotta, no, everything's good. It's all caught up. It
keeps trucking.
The world keeps trucking. Coworkers are good. Like just slowly getting ready for all of, like, the holiday festivities that are coming up.
Yes.
A favorite of mine is the Downtown Parade of Lights, which I just love so much. It's just so I love a parade, and I love a local parade. And I believe this year's theme is like cooking something up for the holidays. And I love to see what
what time is it tomorrow?
I think it's at 7.
Okay. Yeah.
I know.
No, I just say this because the street I live on.
Oh, it's gonna get crazy. You're right. Oh no, this is true.
I have made mistakes of turning onto the wrong road just to get to my own home.
Your own home.
My own home. Yes. And then it's like strollers are everywhere. I suddenly have to be like, don't hit a kid.
Yes.
Very focused on the task.
And it's a very dark street.
It's a very dark street, and it's very much like families being like, I'm having my moment with my family, so your car needs to go away. And I'm like, well, I literally live here. I literally live in that house right there. So if you could just, but anyway, I just needed to bookmark that time in my head.
Yes.
But
That's
maybe I should just go and enjoy the parade. Instead of trying to drive my little Leafster at that time. A couple years ago, it actually became a thing. It took me about like 30 minutes to actually get to my own house. It took a long time to take a few blocks.
Yeah. That street, the street that Allison lives in, it is so wonderful and is in so many ways. But yes, when the parades come into
my
downtown,
street leans chaotic evil.
Exactly.
It just
whenever
it goes chaotic evil.
It's so quick. Someone sneezes and like the street gets like clogged up. It's crazy. But yeah, that's coming up. So yeah, just like cute little things like that. I'm like excited. And yeah, it feels like, oh my gosh, the holidays are already here. Let's see, maybe getting a tree this weekend, maybe this Friday. I don't know.
Exciting.
Maybe starting to decorate. Yeah, I'm excited to do that. So, but yeah, otherwise, yeah, nothing really going on with me, which I'm really happy about. Which leads me to my question to you, Allison. How are you feeling aligned today?
I am also neutral good.
Twinning. Oh my gosh.
Twinning.
This is, I think, the first time we've been on the same alignment.
Yeah, I think so.
Gosh,
I think so. You know, we are stepping side by side into our neutral good world because we just got off a lot of travel. I am suffering from jet lag, but it's the kind of suffering where it's I just am deciding to be lazy and just take things slow, take things easy. Not everything is calibrated, but it is okay.
It's okay.
I have been watching a lot of reality TV. So very happy about that.
Yes,
on my couch with my pugs in my lap. Like there's literally
as it should be.
They're so asleep in my lap. Like I can like hold their faces and they're just like they can't even open their eyes. Yes. Since coming back from India, I've been making a lot of chai masala tea and so I love it. It is so good. Yeah, I'm just trucking on with life, and I am just excited for the cozy holiday times ahead. And yeah, I still feel a little kooky bananas in my head, but it's kind of fun to reach this flow state where you're like, what is life?
What's life? What's time? Yeah, same. I'm very, very excited for cozy time. I'm ready for
cozy
it.
time.
Man.
Well, I think this is maybe one of our shortest little catch-ups alignments that we've done.
I know.
Because during our travel episodes, if you want to know what we did over our 3 weeks of international travel, we went to India. We stopped in Abu Dhabi for a day, and then we did Madrid with our best friends. Crazy times and lots of chit-chatting then.
Yes.
We really dove deep into it, but now our lives are wonderfully boring.
Exactly.
And the
wonderfully boring. It's
and the most interesting thing to talk about is Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City, that's right.
So, oh my gosh, we start the Salt Lake City episode, and we are at your place of trauma.
Exactly.
The baggage claim carousel.
Oh yeah, which I get another neutral good thing. I did get my carry-on back.
Huzzah.
So okay, that's my big news. And
I'm I'm looking. I'm like, I hope Todd doesn't get his luggage. If Nina didn't get hers, why does Todd deserve to get his baggage?
Why does he deserve to get his? Well, he's playing for priority plus. Like they put like stickers all over that bag to make sure.
I mean, this
that
is
they
like
make it
something
through.
that Nina and I rant about a lot because we've just been in a lot of airports lately. Is that we really do dream. We dream of the day that we get to be in first class. And no, just like I just want to like touch it. I want to feel it. I want to smell it, sniff it, gobble it up. Like I just want to like really soak up that experience.
And not just any first class, like business. Like I want like the lie flat seats. Like oh yeah.
Well, I want like anything.
You're
But
like,
I'll
want
take
the like the cubes or
the
pods
pods
the pods. Like
yeah.
the
I'll
pods,
do whatever is better than the hell that we've been sitting in the back.
The economy.
But then you know my argument is that I'm like I still feel like flying sucks.
You know.
And is not fun no matter how many expensive upgrades you do. You know, Todd is still standing there waiting for his baggage.
I know, but I think there are levels. I think there are levels that make traveling a lot better. I was listening. I follow the Substack of this gal who like her whole shtick is travel.
Okay, I need to follow
like
that one.
and it's very hyper specific to like flight travel, and she like is very into like she looks forward to like trying different airlines, like hotels. I'll send you send you the info. I'm forgetting her name right now. I can find the link and we can like add it to the
show notes.
episode, the show notes later. But that was what she was talking about in like this latest like Substack was like talking specifically about the upgrades that are actually make
change
travel
your life
better and change your life. And that's what she was talking about. And she's like, there is some first class where it's like, it doesn't really like, you're right. It is just like, it's a little bit more cushions. Like, sure, you come, like, it's not a big deal, but there are upgrades that like, do like make it fun, that make travel fun, and that you look forward to like
the air travel
part of it. Yeah. So, which I mean, I'm kind of like feeling like this about it. I'm like, in a way, I'm like, okay, makes me hopeful. I'm like, okay, something to work towards, but I'm like, wow, so I'm going to be working towards that for a minute.
Yeah. When Chaotic Good hits it big, we got some big sponsors, we got some big brand deals, and you know. Yeah.
And if you want those stories, if you want us to travel more, come support us. All we need is a follow, 5 stars. That's all we need.
That's all we need. We're in very beginning stages. And so Bronwyn arrives in her red sloth puffy outfit, which I do appreciate that she puts in an effort to at the airplane arrival. However, I will have to shout out this poster behind us.
Yes.
Because we also had a very sweet, amazing arrival by Nina's partner, Anna. And
it was so sweet.
And I have to say, better than Bronwyn's, but also
I have to say exponentially better than Bronwyn.
But Bronwyn, she doesn't need to put much effort into the Todd part of the relationship.
Todd doesn't deserve the like lovely welcome that we got.
And if you're not watching on YouTube, the poster behind me is a poster saying "Welcome back, Chaotic Good Ladies." It has our like logo, our faces. It has even a QR code that says "Check them out." Mm-hmm. And she was standing there at the airport waiting to pick us up with that poster. With flowers. And with burritos in the car waiting for us. So good.
And waters and Diet Cokes and a back massager. It was just... That's some luxury. That is like that. So
Braun in the sloth outfit, very fun.
Yeah,
I just had to give the true flowers to Nina's partner. so he gets his baggage and then they hop in the car and they're driving back. She asked him what he did on the plane. He said, "Oh, I just downloaded some stuff,
downloaded some things,
watched some things."
And then the camera like pans to her like making a face.
Like, what was it? And I'm like, ooh, was it season 7 of RHONY?
Exactly. That's what I thought too. I'm just like, I don't know, maybe it's a Bravo head. He's just like downloading something on Peacock.
Because that's what I did. I watched all of season 7 of RHONY, downloaded on my phone over the last couple days.
And I would peek through over your shoulder and like read the subtitles. And it was wonderful.
Yeah, it was a great time. So they're in the car and Braun was like, I did something bad.
You're gonna be so mad at me. I did something like, remember what you told me to do? Well, guess that I did.
Yes, I did. I got involved in the airplane drama. And so she's kind of rehashing that. Todd says that they need a kumbaya.
Yes, everyone just needs to apologize and do a kumbaya.
So she's like, Todd, I have an idea. What if I throw a spill the Boston tea party? And it's around her citizenship because she's going to be a U.S. citizen soon, which is exciting.
It is.
Something I would definitely want to celebrate with a friend.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
I also am wondering, like, in the next, like, couple years, as people are like, screw the United States, if we're going to be celebrating, like, the rehoming or the re-citizenship of, like, our friends abroad.
Well, the algorithm sending stuff my way. Now I'm taking a turn. We can cut this if it's, like, too long. But I did see that some, like, a senator or something is trying to pass a bill that essentially, like, you can't, if you want to be a U.S. citizen, you cannot have dual citizenship anywhere else.
What?
And by all means, it's very early days. I don't mean to, like, super scare anybody. Like, it's very early days. This bill has, like, so much to go through before it, like, even becomes anything. But yeah, even just the thought of that, because listeners, I have dual citizenship.
Hell yeah, she does.
In Europe, and it's, you know, it's lovely. I got it through my grandmother. It's wonderful. Still love living in Athens. Still do very much enjoy living in the U.S. So yeah, the idea of that you have to choose dual, like, either or. I'm just like, it obviously leaves a really bad taste in my mouth. But yeah, now that you're saying that, I'm like, yes, are we gonna have parties
that celebrate the new start of other people in other countries? But Bronwyn is very excited to be an American. Good for her. And she's describing it as, you know, they need a new constitution amongst the friends. And he says, you know, they hanged traitors in that era.
Yeah, which is like, yeah, I'm like, okay. It's like, also women couldn't vote. Like, where are you trying to get at? It's like, yeah, they were also slaves at that time. So what are we Todd, what are we talking about?
Todd is a traitor.
He is a traitor.
I wish he would have said
that. That would have been so good.
He's been making out while farting. Farting. Hang him.
Send him to the plank.
Yeah. So then we get to Whitney.
And Justin.
Yes. So Whitney is sipping wine on her back porch. She's overlooking that drainage lake in her backyard.
Yeah. Just a regular, you know, chill day sitting out in her backyard wearing, like, a see-through club shirt.
Yes.
Just like, I love Whitney so much. But yeah, her outfits, I'm just like, so where are we doing? Where are we going? Are you that's just what you wear to hang out around the house? Okay, just wondering.
And so Justin joins her and he asks how she's doing. She's like, it's going, it's flowing. And she, like, kind of holds up her wine glass. So Todd is moving and grooving.
That's exactly what I wrote, Allison. This is exactly what I have in my notes. Yeah.
And Whitney is going and flowing. And it flows in town. Maybe. So she's like, I just saw a large transfer from our bank account leave. And that hurt. And Justin's like, we have to pay the money that we owe people.
Yes,
I thought this whole conversation, she was acting like a big flippin' baby.
Okay, thank you. I needed to, like, have that cleared up, which is another reason I was excited to, like, talk to you about this. Because I was like, exactly. I was like, okay, why is she... Okay, I understand one level of, like, why she's upset. Fine. But exactly, like... That's that specific thing about, like, well, I saw, like, we had to pay somebody. It's like,
no, I think just like, overall,
don't you have to?
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
what are we talking?
Well, it's essentially this whole conversation. I feel like she is not taking accountability for her business. Who's the Wild Rose? You are. And the business name is Wild Rose. It's you. Yeah. And your husband was trying to help you. You zigged, you zagged, you flopped. And now you guys are trying to regrow, rebirth, all of that. But it's just, there was a lot of it where she was trying to just dump all of the blame on Justin.
Yes.
And just literally be like, I dug your grave. Now go lay in it. And so
I just feel like you never believed in me unless we did it your way. And I don't know, like, Justin seems like he does seem very sorry. Like, this, he does not seem like someone that...
He's sorry, and he's also, like, aware of, like, when you are running a business, you're taking risks, and essentially, like, it's like you're upset that you have to pay this money, but it's like, you always were gonna have to pay this money. If you guys signed this, like, purchase order agreement or order agreement, whatever it was, you were always gonna have to pay this money, do these things. So Whitney essentially wants her IP back. That's a word I'm trying to say more because I sound very official when I say it. Her IP, which is Wild Rose. And essentially she kind of dances around the bush of like what went wrong. So they merged with this brand, this thing called Soul, like SOL, and it was an MLM, which there's exactly. Many of those in Utah. This one was like kind of a weirdo one. I'm just saying that because that was my vibe check when I went to their website a couple of months ago, and I was like, "What is this?
Like, what even is it?"
It just kind of if your business was already kind of like, "What's going on here?" and if you'd been joined with them, then people are like, "This is like a scam type of thing." And so it sounded like Whitney was trying to get out of the MLM space, and she was starting to take meetings, or wanting at least to take meetings at least with the big box stores, your Sephora's, your Targets, etc. Yeah. And then Justin was like, "No, actually, let's not go that route. Let's stay in the MLM route." Yeah. And she was like, "That was the first time you actually showed interest in my business, and you made me believe that it was going to hit the big time, and you steered me. You made this decision, and now we have this failure, and you ruined it." And Justin just is a very, I feel like, a nice husband in this scene, and is like, "I'm really sorry. I always thought your business was going to be successful, and we're going to figure this out."
Exactly. Yeah. And exactly. And when he says like, "I'm sorry I ever got you involved." And you can just tell that she talks about a little bit in her like side interview where it's like because of this, she's just having a really hard time separating the business and the marriage.
Yeah, which is very,
and like her feelings, right? Like she's obviously very upset about like what happened with her business, and because she did that with her husband, now they're like day to day. Obviously, those feelings are being like transferred over, which is extreme. Like, it makes sense. It's tough. I feel for them. But
then moving on, we have Heather.
Oh, yes.
Heather with her daughters.
This was so lovely.
This was very cute. It's been a big year for Heather. They got an air fryer.
Oh my gosh, that was such a fun scene also when she's talking about like all the things that they cook, and one of the daughters is like, "Oh my god, you can cook like fried Oreos in here?" And Heather says, "Could we? We have been frying Oreos." I was like, "Oh my, what would I would just to be one of her I want to be her daughter so bad." I feel like Heather seems like such a fun mom
because she's obviously very there and very supportive, but she also gives them a lot of space and a lot of like free roaming. They're like free range chickens.
Yes.
She has the free
little
range
chickadees. Yes. Her little free range chickadees.
And it's like you have the whole pasture to do whatever you want. And I'll always be there for you.
And I'm always going to be supportive. And like, she also seems like a mom that like whatever they're interested in, she's going to get into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even maybe she doesn't get it or maybe she personally doesn't know what it is. She seems like a mom that's like, "Oh, cool. You're into like," she seems like a mom that's like, "Oh, you like Chapel Roan? Oh, well, put her on the radio. Oh, let's like listen to it."
And not a mom that's like, "I don't know about this."
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
What's with her?
Like that. Yeah, exactly. Like, this is what you're into?
And this is when we learned that she has kids going on to Florida for college. Yes. Which I was like, Nina will have. Thoughts on this.
Do have thoughts on this. Not a lot of thoughts. So for those who don't know, I did go to FSU in Tallahassee, Florida. And
that is Florida State University.
Yes. And so yes, I did think it was interesting. I'm like, ooh, we got they're decorating the room for the youngest who's going to Tampa.
And then Annabelle is in Miami.
Which is, I don't know if you saw, but an article came out recently that's like dubbed Miami University like influencer university, because that's where Alex Earl went. Do you know who she?
No.
Okay, and that's fine. I didn't know who she was until like kind of recently, but she is this like huge influencer with like millions and millions of followers. Specifically, wow. I think her claim to fame was doing her like get ready with me's on TikTok.
Okay.
And she's just like,
this is a space Allison would not know about. But I'm
Yeah.
happy. I'm
No,
happy for the Alex Earl. Yes.
And same. Yeah. I think I honestly found out about her because again, I love me some podcasts. I think she started a podcast. So then I was like, oh, who's this new person? Yada yada. But of course, she was already like huge by then.
Influencer University.
Yes. So because Alex Earl like went there, and now it's very much like seen as like a blueprint, and like
The children are flocking.
The children are flocking to Miami University.
And you know, Heather is like, baby,
exactly.
I support this.
You got this. So
got this.
I haven't looked at what was her
Annabelle.
Annabelle. So I haven't looked at Annabelle's socials.
I think she'd love. I think she'd love for you to take a look.
I would. I'll do that later. Yes,
I think Annabelle would really appreciate that because that's what
she's a cutie.
She's getting it. Well, we want to support her education, her degree.
Of course.
And if that is her becoming an influencer, we want to support this.
Yeah.
So they are decorating a bed.
Yes.
Which I was
decorating
like,
the room. No, they're decorating like the whole room. They got like balloons.
They describe
and
it
flags.
as a bed party, which I was like, what is that? I looked it up.
Okay.
It's like a thing that started in the pandemic. So of course we don't know this because we did college the real way.
Yeah, roll.
Back in the day when you went to college in person the whole time, and there was no such thing as a pandemic. But yeah, it was like this way to like announce the school you were going to, which I don't really understand the mechanics of it because you're essentially surprising the kid by decorating the room up. But it's like, doesn't the kid decide or like already know or like because the mail is addressed to you when you get the letter, or is it just kind of a fun way to like celebrate that you have? I'm guessing it's a fun way to celebrate you have made this choice, but it's still a surprise. But it's not like that would be so weird if it's like I went to the University of Georgia for college.
Yes.
And if in my head I was like, yeah, I'm going to go to the University of Georgia, but let's say I also applied to, let's say, Alabama, but I had no plans on going to Alabama, and then I go into my bed party. I open the door and there's a bed party for Alabama. I'd be like, yeah, but Mom, I'm not going there.
Going there though. So.
Oh, but you are now because we've bought all this shit.
Well, I did actually. When I saw this scene, I did want to ask you, did your parents like, okay, not a bed party, obviously, like we just said, but I don't know, did they like celebrate or like surprise you with something? Are we not surprised? Or I don't know, just like celebrate.
It was so my like college journey was I wanted to be different. I wanted to go up northeast, you could say.
I feel this in my bones. We've talked about this.
I applied to some very granola liberal arts, femme colleges up north.
Yes.
I did get accepted into several of them. However, they are very expensive to attend.
Yeah.
And pretty much I had a very adult come to Jesus moment where I just saw I like looked into the crystal ball and I saw the future of so much debt in my life. Yeah. And then the alternative was going to an incredible college, an incredible university, UGA, go Dogs, woof, woof. And I was going for journalism, and one of the top journalism schools in the entire country is at UGA, which is in my backyard. And so I applied early, got in early enrollment, but it almost felt like, oh, I'm just literally going
like across the street.
Across the street. It was a little anticlimactic, so there wasn't like any like rah-rah moment, but that's totally fine.
Yeah. I was trying to think back with my experience. I did the exact same thing. I wanted to go up north so bad.
We would have found each other.
I know.
Maybe at one of those colleges.
I know, sliding doors. Like if we had both just been like, didn't think about that. If we were just like, anyway, that'll work itself out, and went to like Emerson or something,
Did you apply to Emerson?
Of course, yeah.
I did too.
I did. Of course, we've talked about this.
I forgot that we both applied to the same. Oh my god, yes. We would have tore Emerson up, girl. But it's okay. We're tearing it up now.
Exactly. But yeah, exactly. So I applied to those as well. But it was pretty much a thing that I was gonna be going to state school, and exactly. And I chose FSU because it had a really great like creative writing program. And I do remember exactly
what cool, interesting girls did before they could become influencers.
Exactly. We just like. Yeah.
Wrote creatively.
It was when blogging was a thing. Exactly. Yeah. And I will say, yes, I like did the thing. I waited. I like opened up the email, and it was like a little fireworks, and it said like, congrats, you got in. I was excited. My parents were so excited. They're like, woo, you got into the state school. Yes. And it was very much, by that point, it was like nothing was said, but it was like, we knew I was going to go there. But I will say, I think the next day at school, I think my parents did surprise me with like, I think some balloons and like a little gift or something.
Oh, that's really sweet.
I wish I could remember what it was, but I feel like I do remember that, like, the next day, like, there was just like a little thing. And honestly, I think maybe it was actually that moment when they surprised me with the balloons and a little gift. And I think there was a card that was like, congrats on getting on FSU, we're so proud of you. That I think I was like, oh yeah, so I guess I am going to FSU.
Yeah, because it is like partially the parents' decision too, because they're many times they're the ones footing the bill.
Yeah, I mean, I saved some money, but not enough for...
Honey, you were like 16,
exactly.
17.
I was working as a camp counselor. What was I going to do?
I mean, I think I had like maybe like $40 from cat sitting at that point. So anyway, we are very excited for Annabelle.
Yes, going to Tampa.
Got her 2 Florida college girls. And yeah, Heather's just very excited to kind of have a deep breath of fresh air that she got all 3 of her daughters to this milestone. And
they're all good and they're all settled and excited. And it seems like, she's been taking care of 3 kids. Like she says that even when she was married, she still very much felt like she was like a single parent. So
yeah, which I think a lot of mothers a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah. And for her, and she just sounds excited to like not be focused on like taking care of other people and be focused on herself. Yeah, focus on what she wants to do.
So then we have Ms. Bronwyn doing the pride flag.
Yes,
which I thought was such a fun, nice thing that she did, because there was a very homophobic law that sounds like it passed in Utah where you cannot hang pride flags on any kind of government type of business. Exactly. Or there's probably some other businesses that also are included in that list. And Bronwyn said, if you want to hang a pride flag, let me know and I will send you one.
I love that. Like using your like rich powers for good is how I feel. I'm like, if you're a rich person, like, come on, like seems like such a fun little activity
it's like
that takes
Bronwyn isn't
no
like
time,
running for office. She's not like changing her whole platform. Like she's still just a housewife,
exactly,
a real housewife. But she is doing that platform for good and is getting beautiful pride flags in the hands of the community. Yes. So she is visiting the local sex store several times with Muzzy to get the flags.
Yes, and Muzzy's like strolling along helping. Muzzy's also helping with like writing out the
addresses. That's what they were doing during the scene
and all that. So that's what they're doing.
And Muzzy is no pride queen.
No.
But she's like, whatever you want to do, I don't care like what it is, but if it's what you want to do, I don't mind. And Muzzy's like, I'm grown up now because I don't care what other people think. And Ronan was like, wow, I wish I could be you. Yeah. Because I still am very concerned with what other people think of me.
Yeah, and specifically what you think of me. And I think Muzzy says like, well, that's probably a good thing.
I think you should.
I mean, I think you should.
Because I think like we take so much umbrage with some of Muzzy's comments, but I think she's a little shit stirrer.
Oh yeah,
like a little like she's just a little shit talker. Like like if someone essentially tees up the phrase of like, I really wish I could think like you. I wish I didn't care what you thought of me. There is one mom in the world that would be like, honey, I love you, and you don't ever have to worry what I think about you, because the only thing I think about you is that I love you.
And you're amazing.
And that you're amazing and you're incredible. And then I think there's other moms, there's other parents out there that are like, I think you should.
Yeah, you should care what I think about you. I'm your mom. Yeah.
And, Bronwyn kind of goes back to the point of like, you judged me the most for having Gwen, but now that is the thing that you love the most about me. Yeah. And Muzzy says that you've been a great mom. You are a great mom and you've been a great mom.
Which was a shock that happened. Yeah. I was definitely like taken aback. I think I maybe even rewound it. I was like, wait, what?
Rewind.
Yeah. Rewind the tape. And Muzzy has like a nice moment. We have a nice moment here with Muzzy.
Bronwyn tears up. She says, all I wanted was for you to be proud of you. And Muzzy says, I am proud of you. And Muzzy's voice cracks when she says she doesn't know how to give compliments because her parents were that way too. I think that's why I said that I think she's a shit talker, because I think in her heart she thinks all these things, but then out loud it's almost this like 1960s humor.
Yeah.
1950s.
Yeah.
You're not taking
right.
anything too seriously. Who do you think you are? You think you're so special, huh? Oh, you think you're this girl that can just do it all.
Interesting.
Good luck with that. Ha 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 ha.
Very true.
And so I think like that's just how Muzzy was raised. So then she raised her children like that.
Yeah.
And Muzzy's recognizing that Bronwyn actually broke that chain, and Bronwyn is just a complete cheerleader for her daughter Gwen, and Muzzy's like, wow,
and her kid is great, and like Gwen is wonderful, and it seems like very healthy and stable, and like, wow, what a concept that if you like just to see just a different way of parenting, and it's like it's not just your way or the highway, actually. Like there's actually other ways that might actually be better, and being supportive of your kid is I don't know, it's always
we're coming in with the incredible hot takes of love your daughter and say I love you out loud will also help.
It's also
in
good.
The process of loving your daughter and making sure she feels loved. Because that's a very important part of it.
But yes,
is that do they feel loved? Because you just like loving them like in
your head,
in your pea brain. It doesn't go that far as that. So then at the end they're about to hug, but no, because they both don't like hugs.
No. There's still trauma there. I think there's still a bit to like work through before we hug.
Season 7 we'll get a hug.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna butter hug.
Get in here. Gonna make you hug me. Yeah.
So now we get into the Festivus of the episode, the spill the tea party. I'm gonna just preface it with I don't usually say this about Salt Lake City, but I felt like this episode was a little bit of a snooze.
Ooh.
And this, I was like kind of ready. Like I felt like before this, I'm like, okay, Whitney and Justin, business didn't go right. Yeah. Okay, Muzzy and Bronwyn, they're fine. Okay. Yeah. Heather and her daughters, like they're great.
Cute. Exactly.
Great, and I'm like, okay, let's get ready to rumble because we've been so blessed by so many
good episodes,
crazy good episodes. We're into episode 12, and this is the first episode
that was a little
out of the whole run that I was a little bit like after.
Yeah. No, I was definitely. I mean, and maybe because I don't know. Maybe that's just those producers being like, okay, we're teeing it up for this spill the tea, like Boston party.
Well, I think part of it for me was just how stiffly Bronwyn hosted it.
Oof. Yeah.
It just was. I was like, honey, drink a glass of water. I think.
Yeah. I think. Do you think that comes from just like? Do you think
she
that's
needs
just
to get loosened up, if you know what I mean?
Yeah. And do you think that? Okay. Do you think that's her like personality, or do you think this is like, okay, this is my second season here. I am gonna like produce the crap out of this party.
I think
like I am the captain now.
So I sometimes get into this mindset, like if I'm very excited about something, I will start planning it, and even if I don't want to plan it, it's like the brain like starts planning it. And I had a birthday party when I was very young, and I was very excited for the birthday party, but I had before the birthday party had planned how everything was going to go down to like what conversations we were going to have.
Oh my god, amazing.
And being like, okay, I'll say this, and then Rebecca is going to say this, and then we're going to do this activity, and we're going to do that activity, and this is going to be the topics of the conversation through the whole entire party.
And it feels so perfect in your brain that it's like, of course, not only is this exactly how it's going to go, it's going to like feel amazing. Like it's going to flow effortlessly, because why would it go any other way? Exactly. Why would it go any other way? Oh yeah.
And then of course I have this birthday party, and it does not go to plan, as in like literally one thing doesn't go to plan, and I was very upset. I had to have a big cry in a different room, and it ended up being okay. But yeah, I almost feel like Bronwyn like got excited and over rehearsed it a bit. And it ended up just kind of...
It had a death grip on it.
Oh my God. And it just ended up feeling a little awkward. But we will kick it off.
Yes.
So Angie arrives in her colonial outfit.
Oh my gosh, yes, looking like Betsy Ross.
She's carrying an American flag. I can't believe it wasn't a Greek flag.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're right.
I bet she would have been like, Oppa! Sorry, the only flag I can carry is
there were
Greek.
Greek colonials, sure.
She's like standing on some kind of like loading dock, and she's like, why am I here?
Like, where am I? Is this the right spot?
Yeah.
And I mean, I would be feeling the same way because she was just there by herself. She didn't drive in with anybody else.
And then Heather, Brittany, and Whitney are arriving together. Heather is calling it as dressing as Hamilton.
Yes.
Which I'm just like, no, it's just actually how people like used to, like, it's a historical way of dressing. It's not like dressing as a play.
Which, I mean, at this point, we're also seeing the different levels of costume that these women are coming in. Yes. Like, we got Brittany in some sort of like extremely
antebellum.
off the shoulder floral dress.
I love Brittany's look.
Oh yeah, you like it.
I loved it. I was like, you do look like a princess.
Like, this is cute. I loved Heather's look. I love her like the low ponytail, the like Chanel like scarf thing, her jacket.
She had a Balenciaga ribbon in her hair. She just made a note about that.
And then Whitney looking like a pirate, like essentially like a moto leather jacket.
Yes. So this car is the neutral good car.
Yes.
And then the other car, as far as costume goes, neutral evil.
Neutral evil. Yeah.
Because we have Lisa and Meredith, which is like, it's fun.
I know.
And you're on a reality TV show.
Yes.
Dress up.
Dress up.
Because I know you guys are like fashion people.
Yeah.
I mean, Meredith used to show up in like the freaking the bedazzled face mask.
Yes.
Like, she knows
so fun. You know,
costume.
fashion.
She knows theater. She knows how to do like a bold look. Yeah. But if it like it's like almost like these girls are too cool that it's like, oh, if we tried, it would show our hands.
Which I wish these people and anybody also needs to hear this. Like, it is so embarrassing to not be into like a theme. I think that's what's embarrassing. People that are like, oh, exactly, like, oh, I'm too cool for school to dress up for like, okay, for like Halloween. Like, I love Halloween. I love a Halloween party. And the people that show up to Halloween parties not dressed up, I'm like, I'm like, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's neutral
like,
evil.
You don't look cool. You just like, what exactly? Yeah, neutral evil. And Lisa, and the thing, I mean, I wasn't surprised. Lisa says it every season, like, she hates a theme. She hates costume. And she is sticking with it. She is just wearing like a white shirt and high-waisted black pants.
And then Meredith is wearing some kind of like weird, like frilly.
Ruched
something.
Yes, like high-necked, lots of ruffles.
Yes, ruffles.
Powder blue bloomers with her classic like over-the-knee boots. But you know what vibe that was giving me? It was kind of giving me. Did you ever see the Tilda Swinton movie Orlando?
No.
Based on the like Virginia Woolf book that's like about I think it takes place kind of around that time, kind of like Versailles times.
Ooh, fun.
Where I believe like a woman, like, okay, this character like starts as a woman and through like magical realism becomes a man, and so then like experiences what it's like to be a man. And anyway, the costumes are great in that movie. Tilda Swinton is great.
Okay, I need to watch
and
this.
She's got like a great look. She's got a great look, and I've got to say, I'm like, okay. But I'm like, is this what Meredith is kind of going for? I mean, it wasn't exactly that. It was so like outrageous.
Shocked if that was on Meredith's vision board. Was Tilda Swinton in Orlando?
But
you should check that out.
You should check it out. I think you would like it. But still, I'm no.
So Heather has brought a flask.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah,
Angie has her first drink from a flask.
Yeah, and she's like, "Wow, look at like Mormons teaching me how to drink from out of a flask."
Oh my god,
that was cute.
That's the only way like Mormons. I mean,
oh yeah.
Usually the way they do drink is like very discreet.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, they'd be like passing around a flask at the hot tub when it's like,
and that like becomes a whole drama.
And that becomes drama. And I'm like, in normal households, people who have decided to drink, they just drink in glasses.
Yeah. They just open up a
beverage and they just drink it, and it's not this like clandestine activity. But anyway, so Bronwyn then lifts the garage door.
It makes this huge entrance.
Of the entrance. Yes. And she's wearing this kind of like big, almost like Judge Judy dress.
Yes, that's what I was thinking also.
She's got her white wig on, and then she leads the women to a table. It looks like they're in a storage unit. This is also why I was like, I'm sorry, Bronwyn. I can't give you the flowers on this thing because yes, the set design was interesting. Yeah. But where the hell are we?
Where are we? I was trying to figure that out too. I was just like, are we like on a sound stage?
It looks like a sound stage.
Or like I was also thinking like theater because the whole thing was also giving me like community theater.
Oh my God, completely. Yes. Yeah. So they go and get their wigs. And then she like reveals the entire party setup. So they have like literally like a whole, if my husband was with us, he could tell us what all the lights were. But, yes. They had like the big overhead light. Yes. Everything set up. We have this like weird like moat thing around it with the blue, which we'll get into that later. Yeah. But it's a lot of American flags. You know, it's a Boston Tea Party time. And so this is when Bronwyn launches into her script. Yes. And she's like, colonialists got taxed without representation, and I also believe we have been represented wrongly on social media, in the press, and more. Pause. And then the colonialists decide to rebel by throwing tea and starting the Revolutionary War, and that's what got them independence, freedom, and democracy.
And by the way, if you haven't seen the episode, that tone that Allison, that is how Bronwyn was talking. It was very and
that's how it goes.
And that's how it went. So.
And I believe we could reach the same type of victory as a friend group. And during this time, Mary is arriving.
Yes, late. Mary arrived late.
And she like shuffles up to the wig table and she's like, oh, hell no.
I'm not putting this in. No. She brought her own.
She's like, got my own.
Yes.
There we go. And so this is when in the confessionals or in the talking heads. In Survivor, it's confessionals. In Housewives, it's talking heads. But in the talking heads, the producers start asking the women U.S. government questions. Yes. How did you do?
Oh, I did horribly.
You did not. Did you know the answer to?
I don't think I knew. So what were some of the questions? I was trying to remember some of them.
So the first one was about the Bill of Rights, which is essentially like the amendments. So that was like an addendum to the Constitution. What is that called? Fill in the blank.
Oh, and it was the Bill of
Rights. I got that one.
I did not.
And then how many senators do we have? Every state has 2 senators. 50 times 2, baby. Hey, 100. You know why this doesn't matter that Nina doesn't know? She was born in Puerto Rico.
Exactly.
And Puerto Rico doesn't have 2 senators.
No. Puerto Rico doesn't have any senators. So
and I don't know.
I don't give a crap how many.
I don't think Puerto Rico is receiving all of the, amendments that we've been blessed with the Bill of Rights.
Exactly. Thank you, Allison. That's right. So I don't need to freaking know any of this stuff.
Why read a book when I can go jump in the Caribbean Ocean?
Yes. Yeah, I can't really.
You nerds.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't have a, what is that called?
It's a U.S. government class.
Oh,
I took AP government.
I was trying to think. I was trying to think of that cartoon from like this. I think it's maybe from like the 70s or 80s. I keep wanting to call it like School of Rock, but it's not that. It's that has all the tunes, so you can remember the like 1787. I'm told the founding fathers.
It talks about how a law is made, how a bill is passed.
So I've heard of it since like as an adult, but I've heard kids watch this at school, and I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't watch that. They weren't showing us that.
And Brittany said she was valedictorian.
Well, from what I believe I heard her say was that she was a salad Victorian. That's how I heard her pronounce it.
LOL. Because there is the salutatorian.
Exactly. Like which I think is maybe what she actually wanted to say.
I'm the valedictorian.
I'm the salutatorian.
Or she's the valedictorian of salads.
Exactly.
And she eats the best salads, makes the best salads.
Yeah.
And she says, well, it's all gone now. And I'm like, that's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Needed to make, she couldn't keep it all. She had to make space for, I don't know, different nicknames for Jared. I have no idea.
And so Bronwyn is like, there's tea, there's sandwiches, and if you don't want tea, there's whiskey and wine, and there's also J-Dogs. And I was like, what's a J-Dog?
Yeah.
I looked this up as well. Okay. It's a hot dog chain in Utah.
Oh, okay.
And that they're obsessed with. And I'm like, another thing we need to do when we go to Salt Lake City.
Oh my gosh, yeah, is try these J-Dogs.
When we go to Mecca.
When we go to
I'm going to be, I cannot wait to like build my soda the way these, because it's not just soda. It's like it's layers. It's a big glurper. Mm-hmm. Get one of those. I'm going to get a J-Dog. Yeah. The list is getting long.
The list, for creating a little guide. And then I love Mary's talking heads about the dogs, where she's like, do hot dogs go that far back? Are they BC? Which I say hot dogs are eternal.
Well, I mean, like Mary's timeline is that God created the world in 7 days, and now we're here.
And that was that.
And then, God created the world in 7 days, and then Mary woke up.
That's right.
Mary was born. And that is the timeline of the world.
Yeah. And she said, and then she goes on to say that she'd rather have McDonald's fish fillet because at least she knows what's in it.
Oh my gosh, I didn't catch that because I'm a fish fillet head. I should have had that last time when we had McDonald's in Madrid.
Oh yeah, what did you get? Or did you get anything?
I just got like a chicken sandwich.
Oh, perfect.
And Nina don't eat no McDonald's.
I don't eat any McDonald's. No, I had some horrible food poisoning from McDonald's in Knoxville, Tennessee. That truly laid me out flat. For days. Okay. Days and days. So I've been too afraid.
So no Mickey D's, no Mickey Donut for our Nina. So this is when Bronwyn instructs everyone on the activity of the day. And there is like a cardboard box behind everyone's chair. Mm-hmm. And she says, okay, you are going to write on the box the name of the person that you've spilled tea on, mm-hmm. and then make your amends, and then throw it into the ocean or the water or behind your chair, essentially.
yeah.
And Heather's like, remember Puerto Vallarta?
It's like, really? This is what you want to do? Didn't you learn anything from Puerto Vallarta? Which I completely forgot about. This is why I need to be, we talked about this, like I need to be better about like the history of these women.
The history.
What got us here, And I totally forgot about that.
Like every single housewife hang pretty much contains, I would say, in like newer housewife life. Mm-hmm. I might go on a rant eventually about Real Housewives of New York City, which I've been watching the earlier seasons and how it's different than these later seasons. Yes. But there is always this kind of like producer rigged game that is like diabolical and evil, and it's something that real friends would never do.
Never.
But yes, so they're gonna admit who they've spilled the tea on.
Yes.
And so not all of these spill the tea ons are created equal, because the first one's the best one.
And you like the first. Okay.
The first one's Angie's. The best one, which is Angie's.
Oh my god!
About Lisa's horse.
Yes, which I don't think we got. We didn't. I don't know.
We didn't know about this horse.
We didn't know about this because you know what I was thinking of. I was thinking about the plastic horse.
Yes.
And I was like, real. So when Angie said that, I was like, oh, about Lisa's horse. I was like,
from the telepathic wine tasting.
Yeah, I'm like, why do you care about that?
Lisa is going around. Of course, Lisa is going around saying she's bought a horse, and everyone's like, oh my god, this is a flashback. I think from like Below Deck times. Yeah. Everyone's like, oh my god, I didn't know you got a horse, and she's like, what? It's not. Stop. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Yes, I like bought a horse, and I'm like really enjoying it, and Angie,
horse girl,
is a horse girl, horse community. She married into a horse community. Her daughter, horse girl.
Yes, through and through.
And she's like, I don't know about that, because I don't see any pictures or videos of you riding a horse. I think you're renting a horse. In my poor brain, that does not have the money to buy a horse, I'm like, if you're like renting a horse, isn't that kind of the same as like buying a horse?
Oh, as buying a horse?
I would say if you're going to like a horse stable and you're just going for the afternoon to like ride a horse, then that's not your horse. But if you're like renting a horse and like putting down money like every week or month on a horse so that you have the ability to ride, I'm like, that's your horse.
That's your horse.
That's your horse.
Yeah.
But do I think Lisa has a horse? Absolutely not.
Wait, what do you think? Is that what you're saying? No, yeah. I was wondering if she like.
And it was for the Kentucky Derby. She said too.
Yeah. Okay. And so when she said
Which
that,
is
I was
crazy.
like, okay, did you just like put money on a horse?
Exactly. Yeah.
And then call it. You can't just put money. And it goes back. Lisa's. I feel like this is how she always does everything. Where it's like, oh yeah, I'm friends with this person. It's like, okay, you went to a show and
you like did a side hug and maybe took a photo. With this person,
maybe did a VIP experience, but.
Friends.
You're not friends with these people. You just like maybe like met them and I bet that's exactly what happened with this horse. I bet she just like bet and gambled and like put money on a horse.
$100 on a horse and was like, that's my horse. And she even talked about how she wants a second one. It's nothing grand. It's just for me.
Oh my gosh, maybe I'll just get a second one.
So yeah, anyway, I was like, that's actually, I didn't know about that, so that was fun.
Yeah. That was a very silly and
then
fun
we have Brittany, who's like, I haven't spilled tea on anybody. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
But I want to know who has spilled the tea about me flirting with, she pauses, Joao. Her delivery of the Joao. Her Joao. Jazz hands Joao.
Which all I kept thinking is JWoww from Jersey Shore. And I know this is it, and it's spelled different, y'all. It's a different, but that's all I hear. I know it's Joao, but all I hear is JWoww. Who and flirting with JWoww. I'm just like, okay, if you're flirting with JWoww,
she says JWoww, but he's technically Joao. And we learn very quickly that Whitney told Justin via a voice note.
Yeah, through like. It kind of sounded like it was just like a late night. Whitney's tipsy and she's just like chit chatting about like her friend who's just like, oh, I'm so proud of her. She's flirting. We're having fun. Yada yada.
Because she thinks she's broken up with Jared, and then Jared uses that to then break up with her, and she's like, oh, fine, and then throws her box into the IKEA bag moat. I just thought the blue IKEA, it looked like blue IKEA bags over there. And then Heather says, for her, she's like, well, I've been spilling the tea on Bronwyn because I'm honestly just fascinated about this. Yes.
About the rumor about Todd making out with someone while farting, specifically while farting. That's really like kind of like the clincher.
Oh my god! Because I'm like, if I heard that rumor, I would have to like talk to everyone about it and be like, have you heard?
And I feel like that's what gets under gets Bronwyn in a tizzy. Again, it's not so much Todd making out with someone, but the fact that he was farting it up, fart master up in here. Because I think, when I think about it, I mean, that is really embarrassing.
Oh no, really, it's the farting is the worst part of it.
It's the worst part. Oh, by
far the worst part. And so she's like, "That's not funny."
Okay, well, that's enough. Okay.
And so Heather's like, fine. She throws it over.
Yeah, and Heather's like, really, you don't think it's silly? And I'm also on Heather's side. It's like, that is outrageous. Like, that is crazy. Like, really, you don't find it funny? And Bronwyn's like, you can throw it out. You can throw the crate now. That's it.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we're ready. Thank you so much. Like, again, like we said, she has like a death grip on this event, and you could tell she did not have that in her bingo card of how she wanted the day to go. So anyways, that's done.
Heather, I have 3 other options for you for spilling the tea, and that doesn't have to be one of them.
Exactly.
Can we re-roll? Are we rolling?
Okay, so next.
So next is Bronwyn. And she has been spilling the tea on Whitney. Because this has been so annoying how this panned out, because essentially Bronwyn is trying to crawl up Meredith's ass.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you're trying to kiss the sweet juicy butt of Whitney. You guys are supposed to ride off into the sunset and take your clothes off and get a little freaky and go
all hunting wives with each other. Yes.
That is what I am subscribed to. Yeah. But no, they were having like what was actually one of the most like fun lunch conversations that I've seen this season. That kind of took me out of some of the like more annoying stuff that is housewives these days. That kind of turns it into, community theater. Like they were just having like an honest conversation about their marriages and relationships, and then oh my god, did you hear what happened on the plane? It made me so uncomfortable. And honestly, there's something more to that. And they were talking about it as friends, and they did talk about how they thought it was a mentee B blackout, probably brought on by alcohol and other substances. And I think that's so lame that now Bronwyn is trying to throw Whitney under the bus.
Yeah.
for talking about that.
Yeah, I really dislike that. Or like, and the way it was worded, like I felt like Bronwyn, you could have, when there was that at Mary's lunch, and I don't know, you wanted to like talk about Meredith. I just felt like, yeah, there was a different way that she could have said it, that she could have brought it up, but exactly, like threw Whitney under the bus.
And Whitney was like, we were talking about it, and we were like laughing at him, and she's like, no, I said Meredith was going to be very upset when I told you that, and they flash back on it, and they do it.
So that drama's really between the two of you. So really you're upset, but really it's about the two of you. And I'm just like, oh my God, Bronwyn.
Because she does that when she is like in one-on-one conversations with people. She'll make little snide comments, but then add a little laugh, add a little giggle, add a little chin nod to it, and people are like, okay, everything's fine.
So we're good. Okay,
we're
so
good.
you agree with me.
You
I'm like,
agree.
okay,
we're good.
And
then afterwards,
exactly.
when she's starting to stir shit again, she saves her little booty by being like, oh, no. I'm not lying. I said that. Remember when I said it? Yeah. And I was like nodding and laughing and giggling and just saying it out of the side of my mouth. But I said it. But I said very,
she wouldn't like it.
Very, very smart on her part.
It is smart.
But I'm just like, why are you sticking up for Meredith?
Yeah. Why are you trying to like... Yeah, exactly. Why are you trying to cover your ass for Meredith's sake?
Exactly. Yeah. So, this is when, she's like, well, I think it's between the two of you. And this is when we get into the Whitney and Meredith of it all.
Oh my gosh.
And so Whitney's like, what am I going to do? Call a belligerent woman 2 days after we land? And then Meredith starts denying exactly. Everything that happened on the plane again. And Whitney goes, can I get on the crazy pills that all of y'all are on? And then Lisa says, apparently you already take them. And Whitney is triggered by Meredith calling her a liar because she's been called a liar her whole life. Yeah. And she's a stand-up person.
Yeah. And she's honest to a fault, which honestly I kind of agree with Whitney. I do feel like if you did like all 6 seasons rewind. If I did a rewatch, okay, then maybe
Whitney would just sometimes repeat rumors that you're like.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay, I'm remembering something because I'm like remembering when she was like spreading the rumor that Lisa like sucked dick for jazz tickets.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, you're right.
And I'm like, I don't.
Oh, and listening to like the podcaster who supposedly had like info on these. Somebody's like, well, the podcaster said, blah blah blah. It's like, okay, wait, okay.
So I'm like. I think essentially it's like, Whitney, you are sometimes a liar, so don't be so triggered about it.
Don't be so triggered about.
And so her triggered response is like, okay, let's go there.
Ding, ding, ding. Like we're in the ring.
Alcoholic.
Pill popper.
Boom, 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 boom. And instead of Meredith losing her head, just gets up. And she's like, well... I have a gift for everybody. And she goes in, gets her gifts boxes, and hands them all out. Mary asks for more alcohol.
Yes, it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna need more alcohol for this. Can I?
Yeah. And then it's drug tests.
Yeah,
that she's given everybody.
And she's like, I hate that it's had to come to this,
but I have been very honest about what I do.
Yeah, and I'd be more than happy to take a drug test every day of my life. I'm like, yeah, okay. I roll time. I'm like, okay. And as I've said for years, I like to have a glass, here and there, and the occasional gummy. And that's it. I'm like, okay.
I heard the occasional Valium.
Oh my God.
The first time I heard it, I thought I was like,
what?
Occasional
I just
Valium.
take a glass of wine and Valium. It's like, wowza. Okay, then that's...
Then ding. And so actually on the rewatch, I had to like listen, and it was like, oh, and she said gummy.
Yes.
Sure. And Whitney's like, what do you want? Me to lift my skirt and pee into the cup right here? Me in the audience? Yes. Right now.
I kind of wish you would.
Oh God, that would have been
That's
great.
the sort of chaos that I'm like, yes, do it.
Yes, queen. Piss in that cup.
Yes, and then throw it at her.
That would have been good. And yeah, no one prefaced this No one takes the drug test.
No one does it.
Which I'm like, of course they didn't, because it would be like, you're not forcing me to take a drug test. Like,
yeah, no,
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh wow, this is definitely what a sane person would do. It's definitely a person that is not taking substances, just force everybody else to take a drug test.
And
Yep,
when he
that's
says
totally
that she's
chill.
recognizing this behavior because her dad went through that, and Lisa's like, Whitney, I feel like you're weaponizing your experience. And, you know, the voice that I did not hear this episode that I am just holding space for is Mary.
It's Mary.
Because,
yeah,
you know who's actively dealing with a child that is...
that's an addict and is dealing with substances is Mary.
Is Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
I know, I was hoping, because she doesn't really say anything.
She doesn't really say anything, but I'm sure she's thinking about it. And, you know, there are... Yes, I would say for like the community theater of being like alcoholic pill popper, I was like, oh, this is fun. But it's like also, you know, you're almost turning something very serious into into like comedy. And anyway, I'm glad that Mary was quiet, because I'm guessing that's what she wanted to do. But I bet that whole conversation was making her very
maybe Mary
uncomfortable.
felt like, oh yeah, like this situation is so like absurd. Like the situation is in like being at a Boston Tea Party. Like, maybe I wonder if she felt like this situation is so absurd. Like, I'm not interested in like talking like serious stuff right now.
Oh yeah.
When they do flashbacks to like her luncheon, like Mary is very talkative and she is very like, you know,
like I'm concerned,
and you know, like this thing happened and blah blah blah. And she was very good about anytime Meredith like brought anything back or said like, well, this and that, blah blah. Mary was very good about like, no, this thing happened, and like here's like, and was very like detailed and said like, remember you yelled at Whitney, blah blah blah. Which at this point Meredith is fully in the current Boston Tea Party, Meredith is fully like, I never yelled at Whitney.
She's even like going back on things that she admitted to in the last
luncheon. Yes.
Which is like what made Heather's brain
explode.
Yeah. She was like, no.
Mother Monstroso exploded all over that stage.
She was like, I can't. She's like, you literally copped up to it. You and Lisa copped up to it. Yeah, you know, earlier this week.
In my head, I'm like, last episode. Is that what you're saying?
I just don't live by episodes. No, Heather is like, you are lying and don't gaslight me. I was there. I saw it with my own eyes, heard it with my own ears. You cannot deny all of this. Also, what the fuck about that text saying sorry if I
snapped or something like that,
yeah,
right?
if I snapped at you. Or her apologizing to Brittany. Sorry if you got your feelings hurt. Or sorry that I hurt your feelings. Not sorry that I did these things. Actions. It's like, sorry that you're like a little baby.
Exactly. Sorry that you can't take it. Sorry that you took me and my experience over here and took it upon yourself. Yada, yada, yada.
It's like, Heather's like, I've been gaslit by Mormons my whole life, and I'm not to be gaslit by you. And Meredith's response to this is, there is no resolution, and it won't be today, so let's move on.
Yeah. Which I don't know. I wonder where I'm so curious where this season's gonna go, because this is like such a standstill.
Well, like Lisa fighting with Lisa is such a standstill.
Yeah.
And now fighting with Meredith is such a standstill. Oh my god,
it is such an intense roadblock that, like you said, like what is fun about Real Housewives, it's like all the different storylines and the changing, and one minute it's like this, and then maybe they grow or something comes up and now it's this. And just to have now two major characters, OG characters, just full stop, not even saying, because I think in Housewives past, or maybe or maybe even like like in other seasons, like sure there are fights, but it's almost kind of like, oh well, there was this side and then there's another side, in the sense of like, well, I feel like you did this wrong, or I feel like I was wronged in this way, and then you can kind of see different sides, and you can kind of see like each person's like experience, sure, whether one, I have my own thoughts on who's right or who's wrong, yada yada, but to have someone fully be like, that didn't happen, and all these other women on this side being like, but that did happen. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it makes you feel like, you're taking crazy pills.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills, and it's just like, I don't oh, I like work in this season. I mean, they're going to Greece. I mean, again, we've had a great season so far. I'm excited to see where the season goes, but maybe even where the series goes. I'm like, how can like I don't know how these characters can grow or where we can go.
I think a lot. I need big things to happen in the reunion.
Big things to happen. I really do.
Because I feel like supposedly maybe there's footage that we'll see. I pray
so
footage
too,
that we'll see in the reunion because at that point it's going to be like, Meredith, this is you literally like, you know, losing your mind on this flight, and we have video of it. So what do you say now? I'm sure she'll have something to say, but it's like literally there. It's literally there. Yeah. So and it's going to a dark place. I don't love. We want our housewives to be light. We want to have some fun. There's always with Salt Lake City, of course, there's always been a tinge of trauma, right? Because of like religion, families, like interpersonal relationships. Like it's definitely like a darker series than maybe some other ones. But I don't want us to just like, but what's great also about the series is just like all this silliness, all the absurdness, the crazy things these women say and like and do. So I hope exactly with this like nut that's like stuck here, I'm just like, I don't want it to all just funnel into that and then we just get stuck in this almost like dark place. No, because I think I can withstand it for the rest of this season. But then that's it. That's all I can handle. I cannot handle this continuing. I can't handle the Lisa and Meredith. No. They need to like actually change or go. Which is a crazy thought. I can't believe we just said that. That is a crazy thought to say. I've lost the breath in my body to say that they can go. That's because I don't want them to go. I don't want them to go either. But where can the series go if they don't budge? I feel like I'm just like yeah, we want to literally rip our own hair out before I will shave my head bald before I demand Lisa and Meredith to leave my screen. I know, but I guess we're gonna have to like. I mean, I guess we'll see. I'm going to need, I feel like other past reunions, I'm kind of just like watching it for fun. It's like silly or maybe they say like something outrageous. But I think for this reunion, I'm like, I'm actually going to, Andy, I'm going to need you to roll up your sleeves and get to work. Yes. I'm going to need you to like really, this is actually an HR meeting right now. And you need to talk to your employees and they need to change. I'm going to need an assessment. Oh, yeah. It's like an employee review. Exactly. I'm going to need like a for real employee review with the girls. Because then if you want people to stick around, I don't know. Oh my God. It's just such crazy talk to like even like think of these women not coming back. So anyways. When Bronwyn does her outfit change. Yes. So now I'm going to go change my outfit. And while she's changing, Mary asks almost to try to break the tension. Because again, I do feel like she doesn't want to talk about this intense, serious stuff anymore. She says, so is anybody else wearing a girdle? Or is it just me? Anybody else? I'm like, oh, Mary, thank you. I needed that. Yeah. So then Bronwyn takes off like the cape or whatever, and she reveals her Constitution dress. Yes. That's like she's wearing like a black ball gown and the Constitution is wrapped around. Which Angie loves because she loves a scroll. She loves a scroll. She's like, oh my God, a scroll. So anyway, I love that callback. And so then Bronwyn says, okay, as a friend group, we need to make our own Constitution. That's right. And we need to make some friendship amendments. Hear ye, hear ye. I'll start us off. Families are off topic. And then we've got Heather, who says, be a woman of your word. Hear ye, hear ye. Lisa says, to be the friend you expect others to be. Hear ye, hear ye. Mary says, we hear and forgive each other. Hear ye, hear ye. Whit says, businesses, marriages, and families are off topic. They're off topic. And then I'll let you end it. And then and then here comes Angie with like a very confusing, kind of like confuddled. I didn't even write the whole thing because I'm like, what the heck are you saying? She's like, hear ye, hear ye. In this friend group, if we are going to talk about anybody, just make sure that you have the proper documentation. That's what she says. I'm like, cool, got it. I love being in a friend group that we need documentation before I chit chat about anybody. Anyways, and then they're like, okay, Meredith, it's your turn. It's your turn for an agreement. What's it going to be? She's like, all right, let me see.
Hear ye, stop the reactive abuse. And everyone's just like,
Her?
What? Reactive? Okay.
So Whitney Googles reactive abuse.
And bless her. And actually bless her for doing that. Because I was also just like, I guess like making up in my head what reactive abuse means. But she actually looks at the definition.
And it's actually, it's funny because it's actually, Meredith is saying stop it. But that actually could be an out of hers saying, I'm just doing reactive abuse.
Exactly.
Because essentially, Brittany started this TikTok rumor. She didn't start the TikTok rumor. She
brought it up.
She brought it up on camera.
Yeah.
And so Meredith losing her goddamn mind on the plane is just simply reactive abuse. It's still abuse.
It's not abuse. I'm reacting.
I'm just reacting
to the. I'm a victim who is reacting to the abuse that I have felt by reacting with my own way of abuse to somebody else or something.
It sounds like drama queens.
Yeah,
I can't put up with that in my household. Is what I gotta say. These hear ye's. Yeah, when Whitney said businesses, marriages, and families are off topic, and I'm like, well, then what
are y'all gonna talk
are
about?
we left?
So then, what
with?
do friends talk about?
Yeah, I was like, come on.
Come on.
No, it did remind me of how I feel like so much, just like the influx of social media and influencer life, it has changed so much the landscape of these people. Because I'm thinking of Roni way back. A lot of this stuff that is such a problem isn't even really discussed. It's a lot of what I love the most about Roni is that it's a lot of interpersonal things, and it's things that they do to each other on a personal level. And it's not some podcaster, some blogger, some TikTok, some reel, some comment. It's not, like the intricacies of someone's business. Maybe it's broad strokes of someone's business, but not to the detail of like Alibaba claims.
Yeah,
and,
doing these like people searching, looking at newspapers. Finding stuff out.
That's not happening at all. It's actually like, I didn't like when you went out and banged a dude and then brought him back to our house, and then I got out of bed and there's a naked man in my room.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
Gold,
come on, that's the drama I love.
Yeah, exactly. So no, I think these amendments are not going to get passed. Not going to get signed. Not going to be put into effect.
No, I'm not feeling super hopeful on this Declaration of Independence from these people. No.
Bill of Rights, you mean.
The Bill of Rights, excuse me. See, again, I'm not.
She don't matter to her. It don't apply.
It don't.
It don't apply.
Really don't.
And so this is where they leave it, and they call Mary the Queen of Gas.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And that is the end of the episode. And I think next week they're headed to Greece.
They are going to Greece. Our girls are going to Greece. I am so excited. I'm so excited for this trip to see Angie in her homeland.
Yeah.
Opa. That's what I say.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited to see what the Greece itinerary is, because during the trailer, for some reason, every single thing that seemed like an outing, I was like, oh, I bet they do that on the Greece trip.
Oh, yeah,
like this colonial wig thing, for some reason in my brain, I was like, oh, I bet they do that on the Greece trip.
Really?
And then, like, the zombie dinner, I was like, oh, I bet they do that on the Greece trip. I don't know why. I was like, everything happens on the Greece trip. So now I'm like, I really like what does.
I know, but what does?
But what does happen? Yeah.
What does happen on the, which is, it looks like another emotional dinner.
I could use one of those. This one wasn't as emotional as
and maybe a breakthrough. Maybe a breakthrough of some sort. I don't know. Maybe it's asking too much. I don't know.
I mean, we'll pray.
I don't know. They're in a different country. I don't know. Maybe anything could happen.
Anything could happen. Oh, so that is our recap of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. We'll get this out ASAP. Thank you so much for listening or watching. Already gave my spiel at the beginning about liking, following, reviewing, all of that. So just remember that. And also remember that we are recapping Vanderpump Rules. It's going to be so much fun. So if you are watching that show, please start watching it. And because you don't even have to catch up. You don't even have to do the 12-season catch up. You can say, I'm ready to start now.
Yes.
I'm taking a stand.
I'm doing
something for culture.
That's right.
I'm having me time.
And you deserve it.
You deserve it.
You
exactly.
deserve this new season of
Vanderpump
Rules.
Rules. And then come listen to us.
Come listen to us. Yeah, watch it and
So
yeah.
and so we will just follow us along on social media for updates on the schedule and all of that. But thank you so much for listening. We love you.
We love you, and yeah, see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.